Ik zit hier samen met Maroon 5. Hi guys. Well, 2 years ago you released this album. It's songs about Jane. It took some time before the big breakthrough. Was there any moment when you noticed like, well, things are changing now?
For me, it was when we did Saturday Night Live in the States, which was it's a relatively exclusive show. And if they ask you to perform on it, it tends to mean that you are either headed somewhere big or maybe you are already big. And so I because of the exclusivity of that show, I felt pretty awesome.
Which music did you grow up with?
I'm a gigantic, obsessive Beatles fan, as is Jesse, and I mean, my mom is a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan, so I grew up with Paul Simon and the Stones, of course, and the Who, and all those, and Zeppelin, and all those classic bands. And then I branched out a lot. We all branched out a lot as we got a little bit older.
I was so high, I did not recognize the fire burning in her eyes, the chaos that controlled my mind.
Then you discovered R&B and Stevie Wonder. What drew you to that kind of music?
I think mostly it was just we felt that the rock and roll world was very stale at that time, and it was kind of the mid to late 90s, and we were just a little bit sick of all these bands kind of recycling themselves and seeing, you know, the 9th and 10th generation Pearl Jam ripoffs coming out, and I think we just weren't stimulated by that anymore.
Adam, did you start playing guitar or did you always want to be a singer?
When I was about 10, I had my first guitar lesson, and that was pretty much it for me. That's when I knew I was obsessed with music. And then I could always kind of carry a tune. It wasn't like I really wanted to be a singer. I was passionate about being a singer. That kind of evolved over the years.
I don't mind spending every day out on your corner in the pouring rain.
Songs About Jane is a vicious kiss-off to an old flame. Don't you? A lot of the lyrics are about devastation, heartbreak in relationships. Is that something that helps, writing about pain?
Sure. I think writing about anything that you're passionate about is usually a good thing.
But isn't it kind of ironic that that girl breaking your heart led partially to the huge success of the band?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. I think I had never had my heart broken before. And so that experience certainly helped.
Sunday morning rain is falling. Still some colors share some skin.
That's a new single. What's that video about?
The best thing about this last video, though, is that we got to record it in Abbey Road studios.
Where the Beatles recorded, yeah.
Yes, the very room where they did everything.
Yeah.
It was magic.
Life gets hard to do, and I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew.
If you were to work on a record today, what would you write about?
Oh, God. The same shit. The same stuff will always perplex me all the time. You know, I think that the opposite sex will always be fascinating and interesting and hard to figure out and confusing. So that will always.
Thank you.
Yes, you guys really screw me up. Thank you.
Come and rest your bones with me, driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. This is the Music Factory.